What would happen if Iran and Israel went to full-scale war without any help from the United States or NATO? Well, according to a top Iranian official, Israel wouldn't last even a week. In a shocking and bold statement, Iranian parliament speaker Mohammad Baqer Ghalibaf has declared that Israel is too weak to survive a direct military confrontation with Iran, unless it receives strong support from the United States and its Western allies. But is this just political rhetoric or a serious geopolitical warning? Buckle up, because today we're breaking down exactly what was said, why it matters, and how it could reshape global power in the Middle East. Stay with us till the end, because what you're about to hear may completely change your understanding of Middle Eastern security. But first, what triggered this fiery statement from Iran? Let's find out. In a recent speech in Tehran, speaking at a large gathering of the besieged volunteer force at the Imam Khomeini Shrine, Ghalibaf reflected on a 12-day conflict in June where he claimed Israel and the United States began direct aggression against Iran. According to Ghalibaf, this conflict was a turning point, not because Iran simply responded with missiles, but because it revealed the real source of Iran's power, the support of its people. He said, "Our power is not just from our missiles, it is the people's support that makes Iran strong." He added, "If the hearts of the people are with us, then we are the strongest country in the world." His message was clear. Iran's strength is rooted not just in military technology, but in national unity and public support. So how exactly did Iran respond, and why does Ghalibaf claim it was a major defeat for Israel and the US? Let's uncover that in part 2. Ghalibaf did not hold back. He claimed that both Israel and its U.S. backers were effectively defeated during the June confrontation, not just militarily, but psychologically and politically. He argued that Iran's response to the aggression was decisive. According to Ghalibaf, the enemy attacked with military force, and we also warned and punished him with military force. But here's where it gets interesting. Ghalibaf claimed that after just a few days of conflict, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance allegedly reached out to Iran's foreign minister, hoping to negotiate a halt to the fighting. Whether these claims are fully accurate or politically charged, they raise serious questions about how the United States and Israel view Iran's growing military influence. But here's the big question. How long does Iran think Israel could survive in a direct war? The answer may surprise you. Find out in part 3. In one of his boldest claims, Ghalibaf declared, "The Zionist regime could not wage war with Iran for more than a week without the support of the US and NATO." According to him, Israel managed to hold on for only a few days, and that too because of heavy assistance from the United States and Western allies. He argued that Israel's military might is heavily dependent on foreign intelligence, advanced technology, and financial aid, especially from Washington. Iran, on the other hand, he claimed relies on self-manufactured missile and drone programs, wide-ranging defense capabilities, and most importantly, the dedication of its people and armed forces. For Iran, this wasn't just a military claim, it was a strategic message to the world, especially to regional players like Saudi Arabia, UAE, and even global powers like Russia and China. But if Iran claims victory, why are tensions still rising in the Middle East? The answer lies in something much deeper: psychological warfare. Let's discuss in part 4. According to Ghalibaf, even though Iran believes it won the 12-day conflict, the battle is far from over. He warned that the real war now is a psychological and political battle targeting the hearts and minds of ordinary Iranians. He stated that Western powers, including the US and Israel, are now trying to weaken Iran, not through bombs, but with creating internal division. He claimed that media campaigns, online disinformation, and diplomatic pressure are being used to turn the people against the Islamic system. In his words, the enemy continues its hostility, using different tactics, including psychological warfare, to separate the people from the Islamic institutions. This shows a strategic shift. Instead of physical war, Iran believes its adversaries have now turned to information warfare. But here's a powerful question. How can Iran resist these tactics? The answer is in one word: unity. Stay with me for part 5. Ghalibaf repeatedly emphasized that Iran's greatest weapon is not its missiles, but its people. He argued that Western nations may have advanced military technology, but they lack public unity and nationwide support in conflicts. Iran, according to him, has something different: religious, cultural, and ideological unity that forms the bedrock of its national defense. He stressed that keeping the people aligned with Islamic institutions is essential for long-term success, not only militarily, but politically and socially. So, in summary, according to Iran, military strength is important, but public support is everything. And without that support, no nation, not even Israel, could sustain a long-term war. But what does this mean for the future of Middle East security, and could we be heading towards a larger regional conflict? That's exactly what we'll break down in the final part. Ghalibaf's fiery speech may be seen by some as propaganda, but it also reflects a growing shift in geopolitical power. Here's what Ghalibaf's claims really tell us. Iran wants to show it has the upper hand, both militarily and psychologically. Israel's reliance on the US and NATO is a weakness Tehran wants to expose. The next war may not just be fought with missiles, but with words, information, and public influence. Iran is trying to position itself as a self-sufficient regional superpower, backed not just by weapons, but by its people. But here's the critical takeaway. A direct Iran-Israel war would not be a simple regional conflict. It could drag in the United States, NATO members, and even Russia and China. In other words, this could potentially become a global crisis. Final thought. The Middle East is no longer just a battlefield, it has become a strategic mind game where public opinion, alliances, and media influence are just as powerful as tanks, drones, and missiles. So what do you think? Do you believe Iran's claim that Israel can't fight without US help? Or is this just political messaging to boost Iran's image at home and abroad? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this analysis interesting, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more global conflict and geopolitics analysis, comment your views below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.